Hey, just a quick intro to give you a bit of insight on how this video was orchestrated. In a nutshell, this meeting was unexpected, and unfortunately, there wasn't much time for planning ahead. We had a small window of time to get as much done that was humanly possible in 2 days, no less. I do believe we succeeded in our quest to dig deeper, and much to our surprise, Trevor received permission to take some readings on the stonework at Sacsayhuaman on the second day, which changed our plans that we had for the day. It was a bummer on one hand because we didn't finish the mission, but on the other hand, the data he acquired that night may be a big game changer. I'm waiting for an update once he gets settled back at home and has the time to map out and unpack the data that he collected. This video is longer than I expected and edited to a minimum. However, I think he may enjoy the walk and the information that we shared. There are a few different avenues of approach we delve into as we compare notes on the various stonework that we crossed on our way down the hill to make some sense out of nonsense, that's confusing us. Our view is a little obscure on the ancient ones. So, to quote David Hatcher Childers, it had to be simple for them. Enjoy. Hey guys, Rogue Researcher here is back in the flesh, okay? Yeah. And today we are at the base of Sacsayhuaman. How do you pronounce that?
Zapatiana.
Zapatiana, okay. And we are here with Trevor Millar. And my buddy on the other side of the camera right now is David Wilkinson. And I'll turn this over because he's blowing our minds with these little gadgets he brought here. And he's been measuring radiation, UV light, and all that good stuff. But we thought we'd start here. And we're going to do another go live as we go down the hill.
Yeah.
But right now, let's turn it over to Trevor, to where he can explain a little bit about what this journey is about. So,
well, we're learning so much. There are so many layers to the equation in terms of the material. Even just behind us, we have, more colonial style, more Spaniard construction. But really, we're interested in some of the megalithic stuff, some of the mysteries of the stonework. So essentially, it's under my understanding scientifically that some of these megalithic stones are artificially manufactured. They are created through a chemical process similar to concrete, but distinct.
Definitely. It's distinct. It's different methods with different ingredients.
Yeah.
That the final result is very similar.
Yes.
To what we use today.
In essence, I'm saying that many of the stones are poured, are cast, not necessarily quarried and lifted and moved over mountains and rivers, but constructed on site with natural ingredients and form-fitting.
Yeah, like in Pumapunku and Tiwanaku, that's
exactly
Geopolymer Institute divots.
Yes, so
he's proven it. I mean,
yeah.
And now we're moving down into the valley here, where I know from my observations over the years, I didn't have the tools to do that, but you can definitely tell some of this stuff is poured. It was not necessarily poured like out of a bucket, but, it would be semi-hard when they placed
Correct.
it in place. Kind of like I've been saying, a clay-like state of, because you can see the way the stones bulge once you start getting the weight on top of them.
Exactly. The way I would describe it, or I actually had the honor of being with Joseph Davidovich for his 90th birthday and the annual Geopolymer conference, I presented some of my research based on some artifacts. But I learned a lot from them, and they were very blown away by some of the things I shared with them, such as the UV reaction under the protrusions of the megalithic stones.
Right. That one's blown me away. I've got to get down there.
We're going to get over there.
Because at first I thought it was lichen.
Yep.
Okay, you know, because UV light on some of this stuff will show up different, you know, different colors and stuff. But you claim it's not lichen.
Hell no.
I've walked by it 100 times at least, and I've never noticed anything different at that stage. But that light that you showed us.
Yeah, so this is my first time in Cusco, and it's such a pleasure to be with Bob and Dave and learn so much together. Some of the gadgets I have are handheld devices. One of them is a UV light. One of them is a Geiger counter. And another is a scintillator, which the Geiger counter is picking up radiation. It's quantifying radioactive energy. The scintillator actually identifies the isotopes present. So that's, you know, more definitive in that regards. And ultimately we're unraveling the story because
something new, really. I mean, because this might be the way that we can unravel that properly and prove that there are...
Yeah. That there are differences.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, guys, we're going to shut this down and recharge batteries because this new set of microphones I have are draining the battery quicker, and we have to get it back on the charger as we walk down the hill and explore a little bit more.
See you there.
Catch you on the other side.
All right.
But we'll have to refresh ourselves. I'm up here with David Wilkinson, a longtime friend of mine, and Trevor Millar.
That's right.
I got that one right. Anyway, he has some tools that are exposing some of this stuff.
Let's do it right now.
And we're gonna...
What's in the bag of goodies?
Bag of goodies. He's got a radiation
This is
thing,
a
Geiger counter.
So pretty universal for measuring radioactivity.
Yeah.
And so ambient, I don't know if you can see the CPM.
I think we can.
Yeah. Anyways, ambient is pretty low. Around 7 to 8.
Okay, that's low.
And when we go to the
stone here, now these are hewn stone from we don't know when. This is probably pre-Inca. And this thing over here is reading all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, let's see.
It's already up to where?
23.
So
I got up to 45 earlier.
Yeah.
It's measuring how much radioactivity is coming off
the stone. So does that mean there's uranium or something to that effect inside this stone?
Exactly. There's some presence of radioactive decay.
Some kind of isotope, radioactive.
And naturally it does occur in small samples in geologically formed.
Especially granite.
Yes, it does.
Right.
But these exhibit higher than normal counts. Higher than normal counts. My hypothesis here, my theory is it's lends to the evidence that they are geopolymers.
Geopolymer, not all of it, but there are many sections.
Yeah,
yes, I know that.
We'll continue on and go to some more sites, but based on the formulations and there are indicators here, and that radioactivity is one that leads me to understand that they are artificially manufactured through natural ingredients, but because they're harvesting natural ingredients at an industrial scale and reprocessing them into products like more, these stones, you have a higher count than natural, which is one indicator.
Like when you did off of this,
Correct.
They were low.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. See this right here, guys, this is Yucai blue limestone, okay? And it's limestone that has been, infused, I should say, with lead. Okay, that's part of the difference that we have here.
It takes a few moments to get its readings, but this area is interesting because it has some stonework happening.
Yeah,
so,
they cut. It's been cut. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we're up to 29.
Yeah, it's actually going up.
So
whereas other areas,
that's on a natural stone, and
there may be factors underneath our feet. There may
oh, definitely.
The stones themselves, as we visit some more sites, we've got some more gadgets to show you guys. Essentially, the tools simply reveal what's present. The chemistry that's present, the structure.
The things we can't see.
Yeah.
We can speculate, and there's been a lot of speculation. And I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but there is water, okay? Exactly. There's water that's running underneath this limestone, okay? And there's, who knows what direction. That's why I think we get more, you'll get more readings off it. Yeah, you'll get more readings off of some of it. Some of the stuff has a lot of crystalline base.
Yes.
Silica in it, you know, which is going to create a different kind of reading.
Yeah, the composition is dissimilar from geologically formed stones. Geologically formed stones take millions of years and incredible pressures and environments.
Right.
These people were creating stones in hours, minutes.
Well, we'd like to think in minutes, but some of it's not for sure. Anyway, I'm going to cut this go live, and what we're going to do is we're going to record and upload, because we're having trouble with the signal, you know, going in and out of these places. Oh, let's see. Yes, we're back. Anyway, we are at the Siete Culebras, the Alley of the Seven Snakes, but there's more than that. But this one, you know, I think I missed this one before. I mean, why are all the snakes going this way and that way?
And these are
we
vertical.
have these two running vertical.
Yeah.
You know, in a lot of ancient mythology, the snake is representative of energy.
Of course.
Energy flow. Especially in Egypt, you know, you see that.
It's this archetypal form of energy that exists in water and in the cosmos and in ourselves, like the Kundalini and more. What Bob's touching up on is actually a really interesting point, because
there's some that's saying this is vitrification, but I don't think so. I think it's more.
So some people think it's vitrification.
Ceramic.
Some people think it's polishing.
No, this is.
I am under the understanding that it's more of an enamel, a glaze, a surface coating, which is part of the chemistry, part of the rheology. There's a high amount of silica and quartz, and during the setting phase, the surface becomes highly
glazy,
vitreous, not vitrified.
Right.
Through a process of heat, it's vitreous because of its nature. It's silica based.
Well, another thing, inside a lot of these walls, these are a small example, but you have stones
embedded inside.
That are embedded within that are not of, you know, that could be lime.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, and lime is known to, but no, vitreous is the word.
Vitreous.
It's
silica based, silica-like.
Right. So this, you know, and they're saying
it's glassy.
It's glassy. They say that,
and there's certain parts, especially in some of the, like the 12-sided stone and stuff.
Right.
That remember that these things are so fucking ancient that surface has eroded over time. One thing that you may be able to see on the camera is the discoloration. You've got heavy darkness and a lot of browns, and you can see the gradients. You can see there's an exchange. Remember, color is chemistry.
Right.
And here specifically, you know, you've got different hues and.
Well, this darkness right here was definitely not caused by hand oils. Now this kind of stuff, this is from people like me coming in here with sweaty palms, sweaty hands, you know, and there are those out there that are claiming this is vitrification.
What's very interesting is, I don't know if the camera can see it, but you can see
lines, pore lines. Yeah.
Said like what we would think of as sedimentation. They're cemented. They're cement-like.
Right.
They are natural stone, formulated and cast in place, form-fitting.
Okay, I'm going to throw something at you.
Yeah.
What do you think about this liquid that they claim that used to melt stone?
Absolutely true.
It's the acidic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's.
But would it completely melt the stone into sludge? You know, to where they could reform it?
It disintegrates the stone. So it's actually only half of the legends and the stories are that the shamans and others could use these acids to liquefy stone, but they couldn't reharden it.
See, that's
been the
part
we've been stuck on that for a long time, and it is chemistry. It's chemically based. So,
are these our?
Hey, mis amigos!
Hey, ¿cómo estás? But yeah, I mean,
hablamos con esos.
Sí,
Hay más radiación que el otro lugar allá, y los colores como café, ya, como café y negra, y
Yeah, but
las líneas finas, líneas como cementación con cada piedra, eso y eso y eso.
Es por eso que tiene esto. Acá.
Perfectamente.
Esto peso y mantequilla, ¿no?
Sí. Y como el
compresión.
compresión, como el escultor usan para esos y esos.
The embossments. But see, this, that I see it now. I was saying that's a reverse, but it's not. The actual snake is above where they cut into the stone.
Yeah, you can see the depth here.
Yeah, and you can see the bulging, you know, a little bit. Now
Luego.
Here's where was it? Right here. You can see, what did they do? Cut this back, maybe? Because you don't have very much of a bevel in it. You know, it's pretty flat compared to.
Yeah, it's interesting when we head over to the Coricancha area. It's fucking plain
It's
flat,
glass,
dude.
That's a form of glass, I think.
Like it has none of this beveling and valleys, which it like is a pillowing effect, right?
Right. Well, it's pillow cell polygonal. Yeah.
Correct.
But there's more better examples of pillow cell than this. I mean, you can see that this is pillowed, and pillowed means it's been bubbled out because of its state when it was put in the wall.
Here,
it was a
I don't know if you can see this on the camera. This device tracks our movement. Okay. We started at the waka, yeah.
Right.
And we walk down and down. Look how red it is right here.
Right here.
Yeah. That's that radioactivity that we're picking up. And when we walk over to some other areas, we go green again and get red again.
Yeah.
And it gets red when you get around this stuff.
And you're able to save that data?
For sure.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
we're on our way to a new wave, folks.
Yeah, we're learning.
Yeah, we're learning. Because I have said for years that so much of this stuff was poured. And, you know, it was in a semi-clay state. That's one of the reasons why you have this brown color. Okay? Because if you go up and you get down underneath, okay, I'm talking about underneath Zone X, which I've been down there, down underneath there. You get down underneath a few of these other places, which I'm not going to tell because they're dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, people don't come out of there if they go too far. But this clay is a base for all of this. Brown.
Exactly. And that is what Davidovitz actually.
I can show you tomorrow. Maybe we can drop by a couple places where it's still that clay is inside the limestone. What happens is over the centuries, you know, the limestone being porous, all the ingredients are brought in from the outside, and they go down and they fill these voids. And as they go from the wet to dry phases within it, it kicks out a lot of the impurities within it. Throw in a little lime,
Yeah.
throw in a couple of other things like that, and next thing you know, you've got a form of cement.
Exactly.
It's not the stuff we use today. It's not the stuff that the Romans used. Some of it's better, you know.
Well, it's lasted only a few thousand years.
Over. You know, we don't know how old these walls. These are original walls from times that there's a line that I've discovered within the stonework, and this stuff here comes from above the line. The rest of the stuff can pretty much be explained how they did this, but this kind of stuff, and then down at Hatun Rumiok at the green walls, that's a different world altogether, and it goes back to the original city.
I look forward to checking that out.
Yeah, it goes back to the original city of what it was before that.
The different eras.
Well, the first people that were here that they know of were the Marcavalier, and the Marcavalier were very primitive people. So that means they came in. They weren't the ones who did this. So the next phase of people that came in were probably a little Chachapoya and Wari. Now Wari, they were capable, I think, of creating some of the stonework, but not this stuff. They've done some masterpieces out there.
Check this out. Can you see on that corner there how brown it is on the surface and how black it is inside? Can you see that on the camera?
Yeah, it's not as black as this, but it's darker.
But there's a gradient.
Yeah, there's a difference, definitely. And look at this stone right here. You can tell.
Yeah, the embedded.
The embedded, you know, that was a clump of something. You know.
In concrete, it's called an aggregate.
Right,
You just
aggregate.
mix in aggregates to fill the mix, to add more volume, add more structure, and, you know, makes your shit go longer.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. But this blackness here, it's something about it.
Of course.
It's
And we can observe that these are dissimilar, right? I mean,
right. These were filled back in.
Yeah, maybe repairs or something.
Yeah, it's definitely a repair.
And here we go again with that onion skin sort of
Yep,
laminar,
falling apart.
like here, right? It's like leaflets of a book, right?
Yeah.
What's very interesting is it's known that you can't date stone.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
I'm here to change the narrative.
Oh, ooh, I
Because-
hear a challenge there, man. Okay.
because
Prove
they're
it.
not stones. They're
No, I don't
artificially
think
created.
Yeah.
And
Not all of it.
Not
you
all of it, you're right.
But some of it, like this stuff here, this came out of the ancient lake bed.
yes.
It could have very well been still semi-soft. You know, I mean, you walk along the beaches and you get into these areas, and especially at Tambo Machai, there's a couple walls there that I think were created.
Well, the fact is, they harvested what they could and mortared the rest.
Yeah,
They
this is-
can't do this. This is
Uh-uh.
mortarless, form-fitting.
I'd like to see the other side of this wall.
Of course.
You know, because so many of these walls, it's just the first two and a half inches.
Oh, here we go.
You
Let's
know,
check out
that,
what's going on right
that
here.
are
I
faced.
just
That
noticed
are,
this.
oh.
It's pretty. I don't know if that's
No, that's not cement.
if that's modern or like a modern.
No. You can feel it.
Is it one of these or is it one of those? Looks like one of these.
Be one of these. I mean,
Yeah.
feel this. You can hear the flakes
Yeah.
clicking. That they're loose.
So, okay, on the idea of dating stone, or at least the manufacture, if these were cut and quarried stone that were millions of years old, you can only contextually guess when the people did that act.
did the work.
But if it was chemically mixed and cast, it's like the mosquito and the amber, right?
Right.
It's something is stuck in there. What's stuck in there is carbon. Carbon is most likely on the interior of all these stones, which is one other
You're talking about in the mix.
in the mix.
Yeah.
Whereas in volcanic stone and sedimentary rock, carbon is generally never present. It would be incinerated.
Well, if this was solid stone, why is this pit mark in there where a stone is in it? You know, I mean, we find these all the way down through all the walls. We find pit marks where the stone is fall or somebody's pried it out, you know. But
yeah, people definitely cannibalized some of this stuff. But on the idea of dating the stone, wink, wink. It's not.
we're not there yet.
We're not there yet, but I do believe it's possible.
You're getting close.
Yeah, with a given sample, I can pass it on to a lab and get the carbon dated, which would be worth a try.
Yeah, it's all worth a try. That's why we're up here today.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we've learned a few things.
It's like ceramic. You know, there's certain ways to date ceramic. Thermoluminescence is one. And radiocarbon dating may seem a bit out of the box, but that's exactly what it takes to kind of crack the code here. But I think we're going to keep moving and keep exploring.